I'm back. Well, what have we got again? Well, something completely different. Something that most people can't do without for the most part of the time if you play a guitar. Might sound a bit strange, but it's a guitar stand. Think about it. How many times do you put your guitar down? Well, you put it down all the time when you're at a gig. You put it down when you play at home. You put it down when you're in the studio. It's amazing how many times you put that guitar down. Well, you can put it flat on the floor. I don't think so. It's going to go bump. So, a guitar stand is an integral part of the life of a guitarist. It's that simple. Now listen, it's not very often I don't go out and buy something myself for a review. And I think often that's the best way, because some people say, Tony, you're biased, you're this, you're that, you know. No, I'm not. I'm not biased at all. However, sometimes I'll have a particular company contact me and say, hey, Tony, seen your reviews. Why don't you take a look at our gear? We'll send you some. And I always tend to send it back afterwards, really. Because I think if you don't do that, you're going to stay biased on it. But I'm not biased towards any particular product when they do that. If it turns out to be not very good, I'll tell you. So if I think it's good, I'll also tell you. Because I think to do a review of anything other than being totally honest, it's misleading, don't you? And that's why I started these reviews in the first place. But anyway, D&A, these guys over in the States, sent me some guitar stands and little types of stands and things that fit on the wall and stuff like that. And I thought you'd like to see them. I want to see them. They look good. I've got my trusty guitar leaning against the wall at the moment, and I'm going to get one of these stands out, and well, you can get them all out one at a time and show you about them. So let's get the first one out. One for your electric guitar, rock and roll. This is it. Don't look much, does it? But that's one of the best things about it. It doesn't look much, but you slither it out. No, not that. Slither it out. It's very light. That's the thing. It's small and light, and that's always good if you're gigging, right? Clicker armour. Grab it like this. See, I'm not good at anything. I'm probably like you. And you click it there. My God, you've got a strong stand. It doesn't move. It doesn't want to move. Look, it's awesome. Let's put a guitar on it. Well, I wanted to move this thing around so you could actually see how your guitar sits. It's a Telecaster I made a while ago. Not that much of a while ago, but a little while ago. It's awesome. But it's on this stand, and you've got these rubber bits here. Well, they look like rubber, don't they? And you've got the bit at the back. If you look around there, it's all nice. Sits flush, sits nice. It's really stable. You can throw it around a bit, and it doesn't fall over. I guess it's like most of the others, except it's lighter, smaller, simpler. Even I can use it. Yeah, what I like about it is, as opposed to some of them, this rubber, it feels like rubber, it's sort of moulded on. It's probably changeable, but I'm not sure. But the thing is, D&A say, won't affect your guitar. It's special material. They do say on the website what it is. They've got all that stuff, all the techie stuff. It's like this unit itself. You can see it's got lattices in here just to strengthen everything up. And it sort of clicks. When you pull it apart, you just press there. Hear it? And that's it. It's as solid as a rock, man. You can't move it. It's great. That's what I like about them, really. Lightweight, simple to use, and it's not going to damage your guitar. And the other thing I like is it's got this material on the floor as well, so that It isn't going to slide around like a plastic one would. Yeah, rock and roll. This one, by the way, just before I do get rid of that, is called an electric ice stand. There it is. It's got a lifetime guarantee too. I like that too, because you know what these are like, you know, stands they get knocked over, messed around with, generally abused. Now, I doubt they'll give you a new one if you abuse it, you know, set it afire or something. But I guess in normal, everyday use, it's probably going to get a pretty good warranty. And that, to me, always matters. I guess it matters to you too. So simply put, that's the electric ice stand. I like it. I like it because the weight, like I said, and the back, it literally shuts down to that. Look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They also make one for an acoustic. Let's get that out and have a look at that. Now this one, this is called an acoustic gig stand. You'll see it there. All its features and the rest are pretty much the same really, except it's for an acoustic guitar. Now listen, you don't want your Taylor falling over, do you? No, you don't. But it's just as simple to use as the other one. Snaps into place, goes open, and shuts down. And when it's done that, it isn't going to move. You've got the same type of material around here to protect your guitar, and all the way down here. That's important to me. Like I said, I've got a tie-dye Les Paul that used to be in a company called Mars in America a long time ago, and it was in a Perspex case, and they had it in there for about 9 months on a guitar stand of all things, and it's like a sort of white offset one. Check my channel, you'll see it, and on the back of it are these little sort of brown marks. Yeah, straight from the guitar stand, not this one. Whatever it is they were using at the time. And you'd think, well, a guitar store would know better than that, wouldn't you? Oh, no, they don't. I can show you. As I said, check my channel. I'm sure I highlight that feature somewhere. So this one is for your acoustic. I'll go get an acoustic now and we'll put that on so you can get an idea of what that's like too. Hold on. My God, what's Tony doing with an acoustic? Yeah, I've got one. So, now you've heard me play it. But going back to the stand, you've got that rubber underneath, again, just the same as the other stand, the ice stand, electric ice stand. You've got all the same features, but it's just bigger. It's black as well, I don't know why that is, but it don't make any difference really. You can see right around the back here that it's got a really nice contact. And because it's all rubberised, it's not going to want to... You could kick it over, but you could kick any stand over, couldn't you? Standing on the stage, nice and light, sit it at home, show your guitar off, man. That's what it's about. But you don't want to do that. Like I said, I'll keep repeating it because I've seen the results. You want one that isn't going to mark your guitar. D&A say, no, this isn't going to mark your guitar at all. Perfecto, rock and roll. You want one. That's what he said. So he sent me one to try. And here I am trying it. It's all good. Yeah. You wouldn't think a guitar stand would really be so useful. It sounds stupid. Guitar stand. Who reviews a guitar stand? Well, I do. Because I believe that that's an important part of your guitar. And it really is. You trust me, you buy an expensive guitar and stuff it down and leave it on that stand for 6 months and have this big brown mark on the back. Oh, man. You just don't want to go there. Let's take the guitar off. So the acoustic gig stand is exactly that. It looks just like the other one. It's got the rubber, it's got all the stuff, and it's really light as a feather. Awesome. You'd think that it could be a bit flimsy, made of plastic. What plastic material, type of material. Well, it isn't. You flip it up, you shut it back, and you close it away when you don't get the table in it. Bam. Don't get caught up in that one. But there it is, just the same. All the same features on the back, they say here. don't sit reading it all day, but lifetime guaranteed. Works with almost any. Well, it works with my Taylor. That was a 614 CE, so you get an idea of the size. You acoustic guys. Tss. Now, they make other stuff too, and they send me a few samples, so I'm quickly running through these. But you're getting the gist of it, I hope, because for what they are, they're fantastic. They really are. Trust me, if it's crap, I'll be telling you. Now, there are guys that take the guitars and hang them on the wall. You've seen them? Some people put them on the wall for display, especially if you've got some very nice guitars. But I always come back to this thing, you know, like I keep saying to you, I don't want to damage my guitar. I don't want any aggro, right? Buy an expensive guitar. I want it to be staying an expensive guitar, not devalued in some way by, you know, rubber marks or whatever. And these things don't do that. Here's an example of one of the wall ones. This one's called the Grip White and Chrome. I guess this is the cheaper one of the two. I'll put your prices on a bit later. There it is. Sort of screws on the wall. I don't know. Does it show you? I'd guess it was that way. You wouldn't want it falling off, would you? So it's going to be that way. I haven't been right through these because they're not mine. I don't like to do that. But you've got all your screws and all the rest inside there, which I thought was nice. And there you go. There's the instructions on the back that I didn't look at. I never look at instructions, do you? So it fits that way. Okay. And this material is exactly the same material that was on those others. So it's not going to mark your guitar. Now this is the cheapest one, I guess, the lowest cost one. Not cheap particularly, I don't think so. But, well, they're certainly not made cheaply, let me put it that way round. You know the cheap stuff when you see it. I mean, you don't get moved that, man. Awesome. And they got this other one too. Put that one back over there. This one, as I said, Grip White and Chrome. Tss. But I thought this one was cool. Same old thing. But as soon as you put your guitar in, I like this. It locks. Now, your guitar's going to go on there. So it locks. You see that, guys? That's awesome. Yeah, same stuff as well. All the time you get all the same material, which is really what you want. This one's called Headlock. I should have known. Self-closing guitar wall hanger. Awesome. Still got the screws inside. So we're all the same thing. Mounts easily. Flaunt your fretboard, it says here. Yeah, I done a bit of flaunting myself. I'm not even in there. I'm not doing that. So there it is. Mounts easily. So easily it's got its screws, its plate, it's got everything with it, and that's awesome. Whoa. So I guess if I hold my guitar in that way, you've got to do it. Oh, hold on. You've got to have tight legs to hold a guitar like this. Anyway, it goes in there. And now I've got it. Wow, look at that. Perfect. Yeah, you don't walk around like this. You've got to put it on the wall. Let me put this back. Whose idea was that? I blame the wife, right? Now listen, if I was going to do some hanging, it'd be with one of these. I mean, this one's okay, nothing wrong with it. Does the job, and it's highly likely not going to fall apart. There's nothing to fall. I like this one. It just feels better, doesn't it? It feels more, well, looks more secure. I don't know whether it is or it isn't, but it's certainly nice. That's cool. Whoever come up with that? Yeah, that's what I'd have done myself. Brilliant. And again, lifetime guarantee, don't forget, on all the stuff. So I think those are the reasons why you should be buying those two. Now I've got two more stands as well. but they're more, well, they're different than these little stands. They're the more big stands. That's not a problem either. I'm going to show you them. There's 2 of them. Oh, I'm dying, man. It's all that Christmas cake. You know how it goes. The whiskey, of course. Yeah, the wild turkey. That's the one you want. Hold on. Let me go get the rest. Don't worry, we're going to get it out of the box. Don't worry about that. I just wanted to tell you. It's got 5 legs on it. Reminds me of one of the relatives I've got. But if you go to the top, it's got a top on it, a bit like one of these. So your guitar's going to be pretty cool. Oh, it's got me on. Oh, yeah. Thing about it is, it's got rubber again. It's not going to cause any aggro. So I'm going to build it, and then we'll have a bit of a zoom out. Fancy a zoom, don't you? And we'll take a look at this one, and then I guess the Starfish Plus has got the other top. But I haven't got to that yet, so slow down. Here we go. Let's get this one out. Okay, well, I got it out of the box. There it is. Well, it looks good. It feels good, and it probably is good, but you know how awkward these stands can be to put together, don't you? Yeah, you do. Well, let's have a look at this one. Basically, you do that, and you do that, and you're in business. What about that? And what you'll notice is on the front of these legs, it's all nice and soft material, so that when your guitar actually rests on that bit, it's going to be no damage. And it says very clearly, that's what I like about it. Safe for all finishes. Yeah. Twice as stable, quick folding, grip neck lock, safe for all finishes, lifetime guarantee. All the things I like. Just trust me. The safe for all finishes says it all to me. Okay, what you've got to do with this thing is you've got to adjust this for the height of your guitar. So you can sort of say, well, let's try it about there. I don't know. Hook her in, and you're in business. That was it. And you mark my words, it really is. Looks moving all the cloth. It's stable. In fact, this is one of the better ones. Yeah, that's rock and roll, man. You might want it a bit lower. You drop your guitar down a bit. There you go. You've got a little catch at the back. Holds everything in place so it doesn't slide up and down. Silly me did it with the guitar in. It's lack of practice, isn't it? Yeah. So I reckon that's pretty cool. Takes seconds to build. It's not very heavy either. You know what some of these stands are like. So that's the Starfish. I mean, it's an awesome piece of kit. Honestly, it is. Yeah. I like that too, even though it's just the standard one. Well, sometimes that's better, especially if you're on the stage. If you're at home, maybe the other one, the Starfish Plus. I'm going to show you that. Okay, so I got the Starfish Plus. Let's put this one together. Just as easy as the other one. Lock it down, flip it over, and you're done. One other thing I noticed is you can adjust this somewhat. As you do, this will lean back. Of course, the only thing about that, you've got to be careful how far back you go, because then it's less stable. For me, I prefer to see it personally down here. But that's just a personal thing. I like to see it extremely stable, which this is. It really is. Then you've got this height adjustment, just like on the other one. We take it up a little bit. I don't know, maybe about there. Something like that. Don't forget to click it at the back. Stuff your guitar on. And you're in business. I could adjust that up or down, but then you can see the top in action. Might be a bit low. Keep your eyes up here. Yeah. It's all good. You just feel better. And it's still got that protective stuff, so there's no damage going to happen with your guitar. That's something you really don't want. We twist this around a little bit. You can see how stable it is. It's extremely stable. These are some of the best stands I've seen, honestly. I don't know, I've had loads of guitar stands. They haven't been like this one. Yeah, somebody's got their act together, and so they should. Yeah, whether you get the one with this, Starfish Plus, or you get the Starfish one. Me personally, I like this, but it's not essential. Just depends what you want. To me, this is nice. But the other one's pretty cool too, especially, like I said, if you're on the stage. It's all good. Let me come back down to earth. One other thing I forgot to mention, it's just the way I am, it's my age, I guess. That's what I tell everybody. Yeah, I know the truth really. Anyway, what it does say on here that I just failed to tell you. Starfish and Starfish Plus, electric guitars, acoustic guitars, bass guitars, classical guitars, 12-string guitars, other stringed instruments, who knows what them are, but it'll handle them. Pretty good. Now all the rest the same again, locking head, that's on the Plus. Quick folding, twice as stable it says, and it really is. I mean, honestly, they're awesome. Safe for all finishes and lifetime guarantee. Those are the two things that stand out to me. Absolutely. It's all too often you get the stuff and the manufacturer won't stand behind what he's made, or, oh, it's this, or you know this. So how would I rate all this gear? I mean, there's a fair amount here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one down there. I can't fit them all on. It's 6. Yeah, every single one of these, in its own way, is innovative. It's not like some of the guitar stands that you see. I thought this was awesome. This flimsy light thing. It's not flimsy. It just looks as if it is. It's awesome. For the fat boys, fat acoustics that is. This is what you want. Yeah. I like these for the wall, although I'm not a type of wall guy myself. I don't tend to do that. But this, I can see this in my living room. Yeah, I'm like that. And the other one, I think they're awesome. These are fantastic. Of all the different ones, these, to me, are the most pro stands that I've ever used. And I've used a lot of stands. But every one in its own way has its own element of innovation. You remember that earlier. Remember that. Awesome. They're all very clever. But I think there's one thing D&A ought to be aware of. Yeah. If it was crap, I'd be telling them. Remember that, D&A? Yeah. It isn't crap. It's actually quite good gear. In fact, some of the best gear I've seen in by way of stands. I've seen lots of stands. So I think these guys are onto a winner. And I know, I called him up and I said, where am I going to buy them from? And he said, oh yeah, all your local guitarist shops, you know, all the music stores, they've all got them. I know they've got them in England because these were sent to me from the UK, even though I was speaking with D&A over in America. And he said, oh no, they're all distributed throughout America as well, so I guess you'll be able to get your hands on them. Go in and say, I want the D&A. Yeah. Well, what about pricing? People always ask me about prices and things. I'm no expert on prices. I just go out and buy them just like everybody else. Well, usually, these guys just sent them. It's unusual, very unusual. I think I've only dealt with 3 companies out of 125 videos that have ever sent anything to be reviewed, which is quite scary. Pricing will be here on the screen. Let me move that way. It's going to be there on the screen anytime now. These are the USA prices, by the way. I love doing that, don't you? Those are USA prices, list prices, so you might get them cheaper. You know what it's like out there. I mean, you know, show them a piece of gold and you'll get them cheaper. And here's the UK prices. These are the list prices too, with my hand over there. Yeah, I love doing this, don't you? Yeah, I've got nothing better to do on Boxing Day. That's it. That's my problem. I don't know. Anyway, there's the UK prices. There's the UK prices, and I know that I think it's Rossetti in England that distribute them, but they win all the guitar stores. If you can't find any, say to them, I want some D&A from Rossetti, and your guitar dealer will go and get you some. It's probably a good idea, really. By the way, something I did find quite novel was the website for these guys. It's www.heydna.com. HEYDNA. Yeah. Hey D&A. Ah, it's awesome, man. You don't get it, don't worry. Anyway, if you want to see the written review, it isn't there yet, so don't go scuttling out and try and find it. It's not there to do yet. It will be www.TonyMckenzie.com, and look on there for D&A. It's D&A, isn't it? Yeah, sure it is. D&A. Yeah, it is, yeah. That's what I thought it was. You'll see D&A Stands. It'll be on there somewhere, and I'll give them the same review, but times 2. Even more depth, probably. Lastly, you're looking at the video here. You know where to see it, but you need to go to my channel to see all the others. www.youtube.com/TonyMcKenzie.com. But before I go, because I am going, what would I score them at? What would I give as a rating for this stuff? Bear in mind the pricing that's there. I mean, these aren't as cheap as they could be, but the good stuff never is it? You can get great gear for threepence, are you? I don't think so. People have to make a living. I'd rate all this stuff, honestly, at about 10, 10, 9, 10, 10, and the one on the floor, which is the Starfish, the regular one, still 10. But these are brilliant, absolutely awesome. But these others, the only one I thought that wasn't quite as good was this one, but for some guys, this will be far better than one of these that grabs it. So it's horses for courses, depends what you're trying to do with your guitar and all the rest of it, how safe you feel, all that sort of stuff. So there you go, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. The good stuff always gets 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. It always does. And lifetime guarantees or something. Oh, I love them. So, that's the review. Hope I went through it quick enough because a lot of stuff to review. And if you want to see more, you'll be able to go to my website, like I said. For now, it's all rock and roll. See you again.